How do you think the NFL should handle this?
I think they need to fine him. I was leaning towards suspension. I'm gonna say fine because I don't expect them to be suspending him for this. I think there needs to be some kind of fine. The NFL earlier this year announced that 45% of their fan base is female. Mm-hmm. They have women in coaching positions now in the National Football League. There are women officials on the field in the National Football League. There are women CEOs in the National Football League. There are women advising Roger Goodell specifically on issues like domestic violence and others in the National Football League. There are owners who are women in the National Football League. We got to be past this, right? Judy Batista is one of my favorite writers, 15 years at the New York Times covering the National Football League. She's a Hall of Fame vote. Yeah. How are we not? I just don't know how we're past this issue.
Or how we're not past this issue.
Sorry, how we're not, pardon me, how we're not, clearly, how we're not past this issue, period.
You know what bugs me in this day and age, and I understand it kind of, sort of. I watched a ton of debate on multiple platforms from multiple countries about this topic. Like, why aren't we just at the point where we can just say, it's wrong, be better, move on? Like, it's obvious that it's wrong, be better, move on. There has to be yelling and screaming and then an opening of the nuance and the circumstance. And once you open the nuance and the circumstance,
op-eds.
Like what are you trying to accomplish? Because once you get to the nuance and the circumstance, then people can find well, Bill Belichick belittles reporters. How is that any different? It's obvious. Like, I'm tired of the yelling and screaming that goes on in 2017. Why can't we just stop it at he was wrong, he's got to be better?
Because that feeds the beast. That's the difference in 2017, right? I'm talking about specifically the media beast.
No,
this is one of those
understand,
stories.
but you just did it too, right? Like,
it's true, yeah.
I get why you do it, because you want to make sure that people get the point, but when you open up the nuance, it bothers me. We might as well just say, be better, move on. And I'm not trying to diminish it or belittle it in any way, shape, or form. Be better, people, and move on. And I would love to see the irony of the NFL demanding equality in their press room by suspending Cam Newton while failing to support their players asking for equality in society. That, to me, would be very rich. But when you open up that nuance, you start getting into all that.
Equality.
And nobody wants to have those conversations.
Nobody wants to talk about that.
Right. This one's easy.
In this time of equality,
right,
it is quite something to hear.
Or it'd be a hell of a rich.
Incredible conversation here.
Right.
He hasn't apologized.
Be better, move on, and apologize, Cam Newton.
He hasn't apologized.